Hello, and welcome to the very first annual virtual awards program for the Millicent G. Graves Memorial Scholarship. Our purpose is to provide educational opportunities to women who are pursuing a college education in various professions which positively impact our future generations. Millicent was committed to serving others. She showed her commitment in her home, taking care of her family. Millicent was devoted in her work, spending countless hours on her cases to make sure she gave the best representation to her clients. And she also served her community tirelessly with her civil responsibilities. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Not only do we plan to award 3 very deserving scholars with the scholarship, but we also have music and statements from the community that know and love Millicent. A year ago, we were in the middle of some tough times on a historic level. Having lost Millicent to cancer in March of 2020, along with the onset of the coronavirus pandemic, it posed some challenges for us both physically and mentally. So to be able to join together today and celebrate this event speaks goodness to the Lord. And for that, we are thankful.
Hey everybody, my name is Shavona Antoinette, and I am so glad to be here with the Millicent G Graves Scholarship Program. First, I just wanted to thank you for uplifting our community and everything that you're doing to pour into the lives of young people. I also wanted to take this opportunity to thank the Goins family for how they poured into me. They were very instrumental in my development. I remember Mr. Ali first opened my eyes to the possibility of what I was capable of. He gave me my first interface, and I remember I came over to record. He set everything up, and he was like, all right, do your thing. And I was like, whoa, you're not gonna, sit here with me? So, I just want to thank you all for how you poured into me and how you've helped me realize my own potential. I don't take it for granted, and hopefully one day I can pour into someone like you've done for me. Thank you. Almost see it, the dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I've gotta keep trying. I've gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. There's always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. It doesn't matter how fast I get there. It doesn't matter what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Struggles I'm facing, these chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down. No, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember. I gotta keep going, 'cause I've gotta stay strong. I've gotta keep on pressing on. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it
Wow. Thank you, Shavona, for that remarkable performance. It really helped set the stage for the excellence of this program. Before we announce our awards, let's thank the awesome people who've already supported us in the form of donations. When we came up with the idea for this scholarship, we instantly committed to the idea of making it happen. This first year's scholarship was funded by donations from the immediate family in order to get it started. But now that we've started this journey, we're asking you to help us in the form of donations. Please visit mggscholars.org and make a donation today.
Millicent and I attended Elm City Elementary School, Elm City Middle School, and then Fike High School together. And even though I was a year older than she, it seemed as though I was always in awe of her because of her leadership. Like, we grew up understanding how important education was. And she definitely always took the lead on that. So you started to see her focusing on education at a very early age. Graduating in 1989, her resume sounded like this: Students Against Drunk Drivers, Computer and Math Club, Library Media, Future Teachers of America, French class, starting to pave the way for young girls, because it was the beginning of that journey of choosing education first, making sure it was about community service, and taking care of other people, making sure she was one of the first to do things in our community. And for me, that's fortitude.
When we were going out, she was right there with me. Like, had my back, I had her back. And, everybody thought, Mill was quiet because, her line name was Soft Note. But she was soft until you poked her. And then when you poked her, you got a different Millicent. So, a lot of people had to, figure that out on their own. But definitely, we had our good times and stuff, but, in the room, it was many nights we would be in that room burning that midnight oil, making sure our work was done. And many nights I left Mill up, finishing her work. But the end result was so, she did what she had to do. She was all about the business of doing her schoolwork and achieving and excelling on that side and being, great on that side. And, when she graduated with honors, it was indicative of the work that she put in and the focus she had. But like I said, we did have our fun.
So Millicent was my godmother. I believe that she was the best choice that my mother could have ever chosen. She was the best one for the job. You have some godparents who are just godparents in name, and Millicent was a godmother who was extremely supportive. Extremely supportive. She showed up. She would travel to Charlotte, like for the Delta Debutante Ball when my senior year in high school. She showed up. When I graduated from Central in 2016, I believe Kennedy or Mackenzie had, either one of them had something the actual day of my graduation, but they came up the day before. She was just always present. Even in my adult years, I knew that my godmother was there for me.
Millicent was inducted into the Wilson Rocky Mount Tarboro chapter of the Links Incorporated on June the 20th, 2015. It is the belief of the Links Incorporated that friendship coupled with service has a transformational impact on our communities and our lives. Even though her stay with our chapter was short, it truly reflects our national thrust. She was loving, loyal, and committed to serving the community. Millicent worked diligently in all of our program areas. However, she found her greatest joy, and maybe I would say her passion, in working with services to youth and with the scholarship committee. The scholarship committee spent countless hours assuring student applications were made available to all schools in our service areas, and that the evaluation process was done in an equitable and consistent manner. Regardless of her assigned task, the many she volunteered for as well, Millicent always gave her best. Needless to say, she is truly missed by our entire chapter.
Millicent G. Graves is my one and only daughter. She was a strong, determined, hard-working, spiritual Black woman. Millicent always put God first in everything, and that is why she was able to do all the things that she did. She wanted to be beautiful, healthy, and she wanted an education, a career, and a family. She wanted to be a lawyer, judge, a leader, to be first in something, and to be able to help others. Millicent was successful in everything she wanted to do except become a judge and remain cancer-free. Her strength and her faith in God gave her the courage to run for judge twice and to battle cancer twice. At the same time she was battling cancer for the second time, she decided to run for judge a second time, trusting and believing that she would be a winner at both. But God had a better plan. His plan made her cancer-free. And instead of judge, she became an angel of the Lord. In the beginning, I started in the present tense, but that was not a mistake. Millicent is, not was, with us and always will be alive in our hearts and mind. We want to keep her dream alive, and that is why we feel so strongly about the Millicent G. Graves Memorial Scholarship Fund. We are hoping to help many young female scholars be successful and help keep Millicent's legacy alive.
Hello, I'm Tim Wright, and it's my great privilege to serve as president of Wilson Community College. Thank you for this opportunity to help us all remember the late Miss Millicent Graves, one of the many hardworking and public-spirited trustees the college has been blessed with over its 63-year history. Like all of our trustees, Ms. Graves served the college, and thus the Wilson community, for no compensation except the gratification of doing good for her friends and neighbors. And that's exactly the kind of person she was, generous with her time, energy, expertise, and wisdom toward the betterment of others. Our board members, the college staff, and everyone who worked with her will tell you that Ms. Graves' 2.5 years with the college was way too short a time to know her and to enjoy her friendship. We miss her. So it is entirely fitting that a scholarship be established in Ms. Graves' name for deserving Wilson Community College students who, we hope, will want to follow in her very large footsteps of academic excellence, public service, and personal integrity. We offer our sincere gratitude to Ms. Graves and to her family, and we thank you all for being part of the college family.
My name is Marsha Hart. So I started working with BB&T, which is now Truist, when I was 18 years old, straight out of high school. So I've been there for 24 years this year. And I didn't go to college to get my degree. I just kind of started, straight out of school. So we went through a conversion. SunTrust and BB&T, merged and became Truist. So during that time, I just thought, I need to go back to school, and get my degree and, try to further my education. And after all these years, so that's where I am now. And I've pushed myself very hard to make the grades that I make. I kind of put a lot of pressure on myself last semester with 5 classes, but I made it through, and I'm really proud of myself. And also, I think my kids see it, and I can help push them to do better and to keep on pursuing, more things to help their future. Like my daughter's in nursing school right now.
We selected Marsha for the Wilson Community College Book Scholarship because we were impressed with her ability to maintain a full-time job while excelling in academics to the point that she was inducted into the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society.
Going to school is not cheap. It does cost, and with books and classes and everything like that, and being a single mom of 3 kids, it's definitely not easy. But being able to apply for the scholarship is just, a privilege for me. And then, being selected was very awarding, and it does help. I mean, the little things help, and books are not cheap. So I'm hoping to use that towards my next semester when I purchase my books. So I was very appreciative, and I thank you.
It is my joy to join you today for this most auspicious occasion. I recall the news of Millicent's passing back in March of last year, and that was a very sad day for all of us. But it was also the onset of the pandemic, and the family made the necessary decision to conduct a celebration of life at a later date. And so to Kenneth and to Kennedy and Mackenzie, I join you today as you celebrate the life of your wife and mother and engage in this act of philanthropy that would make Millicent very proud. I commend Millicent's little brother, Ali, for his love of family and his willingness to help make this day a significant day in the life of the family and the life of Wilson County. So often I'm asked to make remarks for memorial events such as this, but I really, in many cases, don't know the family that well. And I don't know the individual being memorialized. But that is absolutely not the case with this family. I've known Bernice Pender and Ernest Winstead for more years than either of us will want to admit. I knew Millicent as an elementary school student, watched her develop into a well-respected lawyer and community leader. In 1996, I had the privilege as a judge to administer the attorney oath to Millicent. That was a happy day for this family and a significant day for our community. Millicent was very engaged in activities in the community that complemented her law practice. President of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, involved with the Links Incorporated, Frederick Douglass Alumni Association, Wesley Shelter, My Sister's House Domestic Abuse Shelter, the chair of the Wilson County Democratic Party, I remember that. She was on the Board of Trustees at Wilson Community College, the Wilson Area Habitat for Humanity, the Wilson County Substance Abuse Coalition. Millicent was active in our community, and everyone knew of her authenticity and her willingness to help her fellow man and her fellow woman. And so Millicent's legacy, her great legacy in Wilson County, is worthy of celebrating. It's worthy of preserving by establishing the Millicent G. Graves Memorial Scholarship to award 3 scholarships to deserving women to further their education. What a tribute. What a legacy for Millicent and her family. And so I'm delighted to share this tribute with you today. I pray that we will continue to celebrate this wonderful life of service to humanity.
So my name is Imara Harrell. I am a freshman. Well, now I'm a sophomore at NCCU. Right now, my major is mass communications. I'm not really sure what direction I want to go. I am a part of the softball team at Central. I'm an outfielder.
Amara's community activities include volunteering for a soup kitchen and helping out with the Special Olympics. Impressed with her ability to keep a 4.0 grade point average while being an active student athlete, we've asked Amara for the recipe to her success.
If we have an off day, I really sit down and try to get all my schoolwork done for the week. I make a spreadsheet that has all my due dates and all my assignments, what type of assignments they are. So that way, whenever I do have free time, I can sit down, figure out, okay, I have to write a paper by the end of this week. So I'm going to start writing this, and then I have a quiz due tomorrow. So I'm going to get that out of the way. So that way I can make sure that everything's done before it's due. I would just like to say thank you so much for awarding me with the scholarship. I really appreciate it. And congratulations to anybody else that got the scholarship as well.
One of my mom's favorite TV shows growing up is A Different World, a show about the Black college experience. My mom and dad went to NC Central, my uncle went to NC A&T, and my grandma went to Winston-Salem State.
Yeah, HBCUs are very important to us. It's an honor to announce the Millicent G Graves HBCU Award winners.
And the winner is Miss Jamisha Barnes.
I'm Jamisha Barnes. I attend Pike High School. I partake in numerous activities, including dance, track, cheer. I also work, and I'm really a hard worker, and I love to help people out.
I had the privilege of informing Jamisha that she was our very first HBCU Scholarship Award winner, and she screamed in excitement. She informed me that we were just in time to be able to present the scholarship at her school's award ceremony, and then I screamed in excitement.
I just want to talk briefly this morning about the name of this scholarship. This scholarship is a memorial scholarship in honor of Millicent G. Graves. Millicent Graves stood on this stage many times, and she's a alumnus of this fine high school. It is an honor for the family to award scholarships in her name. A year ago, Ms. Graves won her fight against cancer, but unfortunately, she lost the battle. Today, the family is truly honored to award this scholarship to the young lady standing before you today. Ms. Barnes, we looked at many applications and resumes, and yours stood out and shined to be the best. Ms. Graves would be truly honored to award this to you. And I'm going to encourage you to do something. I'm going to encourage you to have fun in college. I'm going to encourage you to study. And most importantly, I'm going to encourage you to pray. Because I wasn't a good student as Millicent was. I prayed a lot. And you, young men and women, you will experience it someday. Today, this is your day. I award you the first annual Millicent G. Graves Memorial Scholarship, $1,000. Thank you.
I really hope to be able to create a business where I could give back to people in the community, just to help people out. Because if I'm in that position to help people out, that's what I would want to do. Thank y'all so much. It just means it's just really an honor just to be the first recipient of this one. It's an honor to get any scholarship. So I'm just blessed and thanking God and for everything.
Congratulations to all of the scholarship recipients. I'm gonna need your help on this one. Go ahead and sing along. I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I asked her quietly, agreed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. Let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for anything. You held me down, but I got up. Alright, knocking off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound. Like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Alright, knocking off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear my sound. I've got the eye of the tiger, fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than the lion. 'Cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. Now I'm floating like a butterfly, singing like a bee. I've got my stripes. I went from zero to my own hero. You held me down, but I got up. Already knocking off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear my sound. Like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Already knocking off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound. I've got the eye of the tiger, fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am the champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. You're gonna hear me roar. Say you're gonna hear me roar. Roar, 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 roar. Got the eye of the tiger, fighter, dancing through the fire. I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. Oh, 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 my God. Oh, oh. Said you're gonna hear me roar. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh, oh. Said you're gonna hear me roar. Woo. Congratulations, y'all. Keep pushing. Woo.